everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo. I am a published author and editor of 25 plus books. Sounds crazy. Anyways, what I'm doing today is playing my TBR game. So I have my tabletop TBR game. We're just gonna get straight into roll number one. Roll number one. 5. Wolf. I like a wolf. Roll number one, we had a pretty easy roll and we got wolf. I can do wolf really easy. In fact, I have wolf on like my hold for probably 4 months. I've had this book. It's gonna be Night Broken by Patricia Briggs. And it's not because I don't like Patricia Briggs. I love Patricia Briggs. It's because it's a ebook instead of an audiobook. So book number 9, we don't have in my library for some reason. And it's also one that I know where the ex comes back to try to steal the new husband and that kind of thing I don't really like a whole lot. I did just read one like that and so I feel a little bit better about reading this month, but I'm finally gonna fucking get through it. It's been on my currently reading in my Goodreads for a while, so except the other Patricia Briggs. I have 2 of them that I really need to read that are both ebook instead of audiobook. Library, I've recommended them. Why aren't they here yet? Anyways, that's what I'm gonna read for Wolf because she's a coyote shifter married to a werewolf shifter, so it works. All right, let's get on to roll number 2. Roll number 2. 9. We gotta stop for my paw and roll my die, which came to a 7, so that's my 22 before 2022 jar. Roll number 2 is a 22 before 2022 pick, so I need this guy. This has got all of my reason. I've read a few of them in here that I hopefully I don't pick one I've already read, but at the same time it doesn't really matter because I've already read it. Okay, I've got this one. I had a couple of them fall out. They're going back. So this shiny guy, I like the foiling on it, and it is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, Jennifer L. Armentrout, I think is how you say that name. I don't know much about this other than the fact that I've read the first book. I loved it. There's vampires, there's Atlantis, there's maidens, there's God, there's all sorts of fucking things. And it was fast, and it was sexy, and it was violent, and that's my kind of jam. So, book number 2, here I come. I'm excited about that. Though I have a lot of long extras to read this month, so we'll get to it. For fuck's sake, I'm on book number 13 this month, so I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Okay, hope I didn't just jinx myself. Let's get on to roll number 3. Roll number 3. 5. Myth and Legend. So roll number 3 was Myth and Legend. And so what I chose was book number 3 in the Arusha series. And it's Arusha and the 3, what is it? And the 3 Wishes by Roshani Chakshi. So this is about a group of reborn Padamas that are female instead of male. And then the wifey thing is male now. And we're going through all of these legends and a mythology that I am not very familiar with, but I am loving learning about it as we go. I should really be reading some stuff about it as we go to keep all of the things in track. But I really love this series by her. I think it's funny. My favorite one from book number 2 was the singing crab who was upset about Moana. So, yes, we're gonna go with that. It should be a really easy book to get through because I've enjoyed the world so far. So, all right, let's get on to roll number 4. Roll number 4 is a 9. Oh shit. So this means I need to do a challenge and add a roll, which is not particularly fun, but let's just complete a whole bunch of challenges. So, favorite author's rec. Okay, that's not too bad. So roll number 4. Of course, it was going so well, and I landed on a challenge space. So that means I have to add an extra roll and do a challenge, because I hate myself, apparently. Anyways, I got the challenge, and it is favorite author's recommendation. So I went to Booktube and I found 5 of my favorite authors, and I picked one book from each of them that they recommended there, only because I couldn't find 5 within one favorite author, so I decided to go wide. And I picked 5 favorite authors and 5 of their recommended books. So that is what we're going with. And my first favorite author is Marissa Meyer. I think I have her books right here. So she did the Lunar Chronicles series. She did an Alice in Wonderland retelling, Heartless, which I read last year. And I've loved everything she's put out, so I have faith in her. And she chose a series that I'm already reading. And she chose the book I need to read in the series that I'm already reading, which is book 3. And that is Two Dark Reigns by Kendari Blake. I think that's how you say her name. So again, book 3 in a series. It's a dark fantasy. It's one that uses location to help just like bring us back to where we are. Triplets, 3 sisters who have to kill each other in order to ascend to the crown, and there's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of sabotage and backstabbing and trying to run away and learning to do the right thing and learning about each other, and it's really, really cool. So I'm into it. I'm glad I finally get on to book number 3. So there we go. All right, let's get on to, what am I on? Roll number 5? Roll number 5 is a 4. Go there. Let's roll our 12-sided die. We get a 1 second chance jar. Interesting. Okay. So roll number 5 is a second chance jar pick, and that's actually this guy. I had a hard time reaching that for some reason. I slept wrong. So we're gonna pick one of the little ones in there because these come from my 10 chapter challenges. Wonder if it's one. It's a little too flat to be one that I read this month. Oh gosh. Okay. Bellwitch. I remember this one. There was a lot of magic flying around a bookshop. There was a unbelieving cop, young cop, and an older cop who knows how to work with Miss Witch, and there's a lot of attitude and stuff, but it's in here to give it a second chance, so we'll see if I get through it. Okay, we've got, I'm sorry that I don't have the whole title, but you know, book covers, they help a lot. All right, let's get on to roll number 6. Roll number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, a challenge read. Thank you. So roll number 6, I got a challenge read, and this helps me out immensely. I love this new space. I love this new space that I put on here because I have so many challenges that I do every month because of my rolls that this helps me get through them. So I was thinking my Booktube suggests, which I'm also doing a little differently, like I'm doing my favorite authors. So I picked 2 books from several YouTubers, and I'm going to do them in chunks of 2. So I'm going to do it per YouTuber. I'm going to do little videos instead of doing a really big long one because I think that's just easier and better, and I will actually be able to show you guys what I'm reading much sooner than if I put it all together. With that explained, I'm hyper today. It's the new strain. I'm going to choose Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. I cannot remember who suggested this to me, but I'll put her up here. This is the one YouTuber I'm doing right now. But she also suggested to me Burn For Me by Alona Andrews, which is the series that I binged this month. So I'm pretty on board with trying this out. I've heard the expectations. I just need to be sure my expectations are appropriate when going into it, and I think I'll be okay. And I found an audiobook for this, which is even more fantastic, so I'm pretty sure this is self-published, so that makes me super happy. Okay, do I know anything about this? What I have read, it's like Avatar with ice and sex. That's what I've got, so we'll see what happens. Being open to it and being open to it. Okay, let's get on to roll number 7. And roll number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we passed a star because of course we did. Let's do another challenge pull. And part of me wants to grab this guy because it's the other way around, but my last game screwed me on it. Let's see what happens. How bad is it? First Lion King. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. So roll number 7. First of all, I passed a star. So we have another challenge. This challenge is actually one of the easier ones, so I'm not too upset about it, but it is the rank. So I'm going to rank the first line of, I think 6 books this time is what I chose, and my friend Becky's going to read them to me off screen. I'm going to rank them, I'm going to read them, I'm going to see if I was right based off of their first line. Now, the way I chose to do this one this time is a whole bunch of series from when I was younger that a lot of my friends were reading, or that had a lot of friends suggest to me that are within the urban fantasy genre. So, when I went with this is Magic Bites by Ilona Andrews, because this was suggested by the same YouTuber. I didn't choose this one, but since I liked the other Ilona Andrews so much, I'm going to give this one a try, and so this is going to be my first one. I have not read the first line yet. She's not read any of them to me, but it will happen before the end of the month when I read the book. And otherwise, I really don't know anything about this book. I'm guessing there's some shifter stuff in it, which I am up for. So, and then let's pick our last one, Atom Punk. Okay. Let's look at my last roll, which was Atom Punk. And I think I need to take this one out of my lineup, so I don't think I'm going to put it back next time. Only because it was really, really hard to find a book that I really could fit in this really small niche category. And I've read one before, which is helpful. But anyways, I chose Behemoth by Scott Westerfeld. I read the first one. It's like a World War II steampunk atom punk. Like that's the point of atom punk, is it's a World War II setting, but then it can have those punky elements. So like there's these big machines that people can walk around in, and there's zeppelins, and there's all of the things that you would normally have in a World War II historical fantasy sci-fi setting. So that's what the atom punk is. And so that's what I'm reading. The first one, it was okay. So we'll see if number 2 gets any better. If it doesn't, I'm definitely not going to put that back in there. But if it does, I'll put that back in there because then I'll read the next one in the series. I hope that makes sense. Yes. By the way, it's a young adult. There's military things. People are just killed his kid's parents. He's running away and, trying to survive. Yep. I don't remember a whole lot of... I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, things are coming back to me, but nothing that's coherent enough for me to, tell you what it's about without giving shit away. So, there we go. There are the, 8 books that I'm reading this month? 2 new challenges. I just finished, 3 challenges. At least I'm one ahead still. But my list is long, y'all. Okay, I do have other books that I want to read this month, so let me tell you about those. My extras. I have the Little Big Prompt from the Buzzword Challenge, the Buzzword Readathon, which is Books on Lala. And so I chose Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. It's her memoir. I've been wanting to read it for a while, and this is the perfect opportunity. So there we go. I'm gonna read that. I also have the Romance Challenge that I'm doing, year-long challenge, and it's my least favorite trope. I don't know if I really have a least favorite trope. I guess that married thing might be one of them. But this is trauma. I chose trauma because I really don't feel like that's going to be one of my tropes either. So, The 2 Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. I don't really know anything about it other than she loses her husband. She starts to find new love. She has a chance to go back in time and be with her husband. Alternate timeline thing. It's one of my best of lists from Goodreads for romance. So, I'm fitting it in here to get that challenge done too. You like how I double dip there? And my last one I'm going to read is Dune by Frank Herbert. This is the long one I was talking about on my list because it's 21 hours. But this is for my Jason Suggests challenge. So I've only read one of the books from him so far. This is book number 2, and I'm trying to get through these things. Okay, I don't know anything about Dune, but people have been reading it lately, and he wanted me to. I like going into books not knowing a whole lot, because then I don't have any expectations, Works for me most of the time. Okay, anyways, thank you for coming to my chaotic TBR game. Please let me know if you read any of these books in the comments below, what you thought, don't spoil them. What are you reading this month? Please tell me more about you. Y'all know I love to hear from you. Okay, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye! By the way, if you want to play along and read what I'm reading, or read from my prompts, or I also put the game on sale in all of these lovely colors. So, feel free to print one out. It's pretty cheap. And, yeah. Okay, I'm really gonna go.